Good evening and welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Nepolis. Davis High School is the place as we have boys soccer action, senior night action, ready to get underway. It is the Davis Starts getting ready to take on the Syracuse Titans. It'll be the Titans in the white. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in the first half, and it is the Davis Starts in the maroon going to the right. First things first, as we start this one, Jackson Wade, the senior here on senior nights, season cut short, and will now be subbing off for the Davis Starts. Came on for the ceremonial kickoff, and now heads over here to the near sideline with a round of applause from the home fans. Jackson Wade. Congratulated by his head coach, as now we get ready to roll. It is again the Titans in the white, Darts in the maroon. As this ball goes all the way back to Dallin Treasure. Treasure will boot this one away. Out of bounds and out. Davis Start ball. Ball comes across to Tanner. Tanner will boot this one up and away for the Davis Starts. Over the top. Has a player running in behind. That's Anderson. Anderson goes to ground. Syracuse back in possession. Ball played out wide. As Affleck will play it to the far sideline, cuts it back. Affleck goes down, keeps his footing, but ultimately a foul called. And a free kick here for the Syracuse Titans. They'll take it quick, plays it across to Skylar Orton. Near the center circle to Villafana. Villafana goes across. Affleck trying to get it back in the middle of the park for Cragen. Cragen finds Villafana. Villafana looking to play it out wide to Cragen. And now bricks Cragen. Giving it back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez will go to Orton. Cut back by Orton. Here in the middle of the park to Cragen. Cragen up the sideline in the direction of Fuentes. Nicely defended there by Smith. As that ball goes out of bounds and out for the Davis Start goal kick. Played short. Across now to Tanner. Tanner will boot this one up. Looking for that far sideline. Davis doing a good job keeping the ball in bounds here. Gets past Affleck. Trying to play that one back across. It's Luke Jolly. And it goes out of bounds and out. Syracuse throw. Awkward bounce there over Wade. In the middle of the park here for Smith. Comes across to the near sideline for Harwood. Harwood up the sideline. We're trying to get it to Lincavage. Goes out of bounds. Lincavage here with a throw. Quickly out of bounds once more off of Bricks Cragen. And another throw-in coming up here for the Davis Starts. For the Davis Starts, they come into this one at 8-4 overall on the season, 5-2 in Region 1 play, sitting at the top of Region 1. 5th place in the last RPI ranking as we approach the final week of boys soccer. For the Syracuse Titans, they come into this one at 7-7 overall, 3-4 in Region 1 play. They are currently tied for 3rd place here in this region as we enter action tonight. 11th in the latest RPI poll. Again, as we enter the final week of boys soccer next week, before the state tournament kicks off. Davis ball on that far sideline. Ball played in, booted away by Orton. And it goes out of bounds and out once more. Throw-in coming up here for the Davis Starts as Luke Jolly will throw it in. Cragen with the header, trying to win it back here for Syracuse. Fuentes battling it out in the middle of the park. And here comes the Titans with Affleck. Affleck goes to ground. Smith with the interception. Darts quickly going the other way, and that ball floated in, and it'll go safely into the hands of Dallin Treasure. Treasure here will boot this one away for the Titans. Tanner doing a good job there with the header, winning it back for the Darts. Here's Smith. Ben Smith pokes it through. Nice step by Tanner to win it back for Davis. Ball comes down here in the middle of the park for the Titans. Affleck pokes it through. Fuentes. Yolani Fuentes trying to get on the end of it. He'll go safely back into the hands of Nick Forsyth. Fuentes for the Titans. Gio Fuentes plays it out wide. Ball back in towards Affleck. Affleck to Villafanga. Nice combination play here for the Titans. Ball going back out wide to Affleck. Affleck has a chance to cross it in. Cuts back. Jolly defending. The cross comes in. Fuentes is there. Back to Cragen with the shot. Takes a deflection off of Jolly and booted away by Davis. Ball comes now to Silos, who plays it out wide. Nice defensive recovery by Syracuse. Davis still in possession. Playing it back to Jolly. Luke Jolly up the sideline. Gets it to Parker Anderson. Anderson, ball taken away. Here comes the Titans with Fuentes. Fuentes has a runner. Leaves it for Affleck. Affleck pokes it back to Cragen. Cragen leaves it for Gutierrez. Back to Cragen. Can't combine back with Gutierrez, and the Darts back in possession. Here's Lynn Cabbage, who plays it up in the direction of Livermore. Livermore losing out possession. Titans back on the ball with Cragen. Affleck. Affleck to Easton Cragen. Playing it now across to Villafanga. Near the middle of the park. Plays it to the near sideline for Bricks Cragen. Nice step by Lynn Cabbage. As Orton has time, plays it across. This is Caleb Hall, the sophomore, to Affleck. Affleck, nice little bit of footwork there from Affleck as he loses out possession. Ball back with Davis. As the Darts doing a good job there, playing it out of the back with the Syracuse high press, ultimately lose the ball. Orton gives it to Cragen. Cragen finds with Villafanga. Villafanga with a nice turn, but it's Tanner there defensively for Davis. The shot from distance from Gutierrez safely into the hands of Forsyth. Ball booted away here by Davis. As Silos trying to bring it down there in the middle of the park. Ball will go out to the far sideline as McKay Manning in possession. Plays it back to Orton. Villafanga losing the ball in a dangerous position. Here's Lynn Cabbage, who plays it to Silos. Silos into the box, but Orton comes across and makes the defensive challenge. Ball back with the Titans. Villafanga boots it up. Headed away by Tanner. Orton comes across with the header. And that ball will go out of bounds and out last off of Ben Smith for the Davis Darts. And it's out of bounds and out for the Syracuse throw-in. The Titans, 7-7 overall in the season, a difficult non-region schedule to start the year. They were off to an 0-3 start. Since then, they've been able to bounce back, closed out region with a nice 5-game winning streak. However, region play, they've lost to Davis once in a 1-0 loss to the Davis Starts. Also lost to Fremont and Weber twice. That sets up the Syracuse Titans here with that 3-4 region record. Still tied for third. And looking for a big win here tonight to stay in a Region 1 title race. That ball comes out to Cragen. A whistle as Easton Cragen is called for the foul, and a free kick coming up here for the Davis Darts in a very dangerous position. Kyle Livermore currently standing over the ball to take for Davis. And the darts, again, dangerous free kick opportunity coming up here and a chance to take a lead. 31:06 left to go here in the first, all tied up at 0-0. Livermore will step up, takes the shot. It's low, it's driven, but it's wide. Kyle Livermore looking for goal there off the free kick. Can't keep it on frame. It goes wide, and Dallin Treasure here with a goal kick. And a Titans with a chance to clear their lines. Quickly won back by Davis. Ball comes out to the near sideline for Kason Smith. Now Lynn Cavage. Lynn Cavage cuts back. Nice step there by Bricks Cragen to cut it out. Throw in coming up here for the Davis Starts. Ball played in and cleared out by Caleb Hall. Out of bounds, and now a corner kick now coming up for the home side. Corner kick here for Davis. 29:57 left to go. Ball whipped in and headed away by the Titans. Fuentes brings it down. Tanner trying to whip it back into the box. Orton's there with the header, cleared away. Davis still keeping the press as they try to win back possession, but Orton here will just boot it out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up here for the Davis Starts on the near sideline. For the Davis Starts, they're currently sitting at the top of Region 1 Boys Soccer. 5-2 in region play. And the most impressive thing about it all is that they've only conceded 4 goals since starting Region 1 play. Defensively, this Davis Starts team has stepped up. 11 goals conceded on the season. Looking to keep that strong defensive record here intact tonight. Fuentes. Now wide to Cragen. Cragen does a good job to keep it in, but quickly won back as Harwood steals it away. Now ball up the sideline with Lynn Cavage. Lynn Cavage will play it to Silos. Silos gets around one, can't get around a second. Skylar Orton comes across. Silos still trying to win that ball back. Now at Bricks Cragen, who plays it back to Hall. Hall has to boot this one away and does. Comes out to Fuentes. Fuentes trying to get it through. Harwood is there. Davis back in possession. Lynn Cavage. Lynn Cavage looking to play it up the sideline. Instead, it'll just trickle out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up here for the visiting Syracuse Titans. Substitution for Syracuse as well. Heading to that far sideline will be Brighton Wade checking out, the sophomore. And checking in here will be number 30, Tate Jacobs. Orton boots this one up. Ball comes down to the Darts as Passy plays it up. Here's Livermore. Livermore plays it to Smith. Smith trying to get it back into the middle for Livermore. Livermore ends up with possession. Villafaña doing a good job there defensively to win it back. Fuentes slips. Ball won back by Passy, and the Davis Starts. Ball comes out to the near sideline for Smith. Smith looks to play one into the box. Going back post. Anderson is there. Parker Anderson bringing it down. Defended well by McKay Manning. Manning boots that one out. A throw-in coming up here for Davis in the attacking third. A lot of possession for Davis in the last 10 minutes in the attacking third. We'll see if they can convert one of these opportunities here. We're almost halfway through the first half. Ball played into the box, cleared away by Syracuse. Jacobs will get his first touch. It's a heavy one. Does a good job to keep it in bounds. Now contesting for it, but Passy's there. Passy will go all the way back to force it. Tanner. Tanner plays it to the near sideline for Harwood. All the way back to the senior goalkeeper in Nick Forsyth. Passy will boot this one over the top. Nicely headed there by Hall. One back in the middle of the park by Smith. Smith will go back to Passy. Passy plays it in the middle. And now Tanner boots this one over the top, looking for Anderson. Anderson bringing it down inside the box. Orton doing a phenomenal job defensively and clears this one away. Dangerous, dangerous opportunity there as Parker Anderson using his speed to get in behind the defense. Nicely recovered by the Titans. And now the Darts recycling the ball. Here comes Lynn Cavage. Looking for support. Plays it out wide. Ball comes to Silos. Silos with a nice little bit of skill. Pokes it through into the box and cleared away by Skylar Orton. The junior defender so far being the defensive anchor for the Syracuse Titans side. As the Darts not letting up on the pressure in the attacking third. Another ball whipped in. Cragen is there. Out of bounds and out once more. Davis to throw it in. Good sustained pressure here for the home side. Harwood. And a whistle. I believe that came off the arm of Silos, and so a free kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. An opportunity to clear their lines. Skylar Orton will take the free kick for the visiting Titans. Plays it short and across to Hall. Hall brings up possession, finds Affleck, heavy touch. Affleck's able to get it out wide. Villafaña playing it to Fuentes. Gio Fuentes now with an opportunity. Gets it to Jacobs. Jacobs looking for support, trying to get it out wide. Nicely defended by the Darts as Arnell winning back possession for Davis. Villafaña's there. Affleck. Phenomenal tackle there by Affleck. Goes to ground, a foul and a whistle. Syracuse Titans here with a free kick taken quickly. Affleck pokes it through to Fuentes. Fuentes inside the box, looking for support. Gets it back out to Affleck. Affleck plays it across. One back by Arnell in the middle of the park for the Davis Darts. Davis now on a quick counter. Here come the Darts. Lynn Cavage. Nice through ball to Silos, but Skylar Orton comes across again and makes the defensive challenge. Davis trying to win the ball back in the middle of the park. It'll go out of bounds and out for the throw. Out of bounds once more. Another throw-in coming up here for the home side. It'll be Cooper Harwood to throw it in. Brought down by Silos. Gets it back to Harwood. Harwood plays it all the way across to Passy. Passy taking a shot from distance. Spilled by Treasure and recovered by Dowlin Treasure. That was a rocket of a shot from Braxton Passy. Dowlin Treasure spilled, but did a phenomenal job there to recover and keeps this one at 0-0. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Syracuse Titans over on that far sideline. Ball played in. Darts back in possession quickly. Nice step by Orton, who wins it back. Now it's Cragen. Cragen plays it to the near side for Gutierrez. Mateo Gutierrez taking it from distance, and it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Gutierrez trying to curl that one to that far back post. Just got a little too much under it, and it goes over the bar and out. Ball comes out to to the Darts. Comes over to Jacobs. One back by Davis. Here's Jolly, plays it into Smith. Smith comes all the way across to Cooper Harwood. And nice step there by Gutierrez. It'll go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. 21-20 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up at 0-0 between the Syracuse Titans and the Davis Darts. Darts back in possession. Tanner with a header. Quickly won back by Syracuse. Heavy touch. And now Cooper Harwood losing out possession. Here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Cragen. Cragen back quickly to Mateo Gutierrez. Ball booted away by Harwood. Orton brings it down. Into the middle of the park. Leaves it for Villafaña. Villafaña goes across to Caleb Hall. Hall looking for options. Up to Jacobs. Pokes through to Wyatt Affleck. Manning plays it all the way across to Bricks Cragen. Bricks Cragen trying to find Easton Cragen. Instead, Davis back in possession. Here's Livermore. Ball out wide to Jolly. Jolly up the sideline. Opportunity here for Davis to attack. It's Kason Smith. Smith will go all the way back to Passy. Passy playing it across to Henry Tanner. Tanner to Harwood. Up the sideline. Nice step by Cragen. Still in possession here is Linkavage. And now Bricks Cragen still making a defensive challenge. Out of bounds and out off of the Syracuse Titans. Throw-in coming up here for the Davis Darts. Ball back in play. Harwood plays it back to Tanner. Nice pressure from Jacobs. Even better effort there by Tanner to escape the press. Ball booted over the top. Back to Harwood. Harwood with the header to Tanner. Dangerous header there. Tanner's able to clear. Orton. Now in possession, it's the Darts. Anderson will play it to Livermore. Livermore looking to whip one in. Hall is there. Booted away by Orton. Nicely done there by Skylar Orton. Sees that the Sealos is coming in. Does a good job to bring it down and then clear it for his side. Smith. Linkavage. Nice step by Villafaña. Fuentes trying to keep possession. Goes to ground. Cragen now with the ball for Syracuse. It's Affleck. Affleck will go out wide to McKay Manning. Manning up the sideline to Cragen. Cragen trying to get it back out to McKay Manning and poked away by Luke Jolly for the Davis Darts. And for the first time tonight, the Syracuse Titans will have a corner kick opportunity here with 18:10 left to go. Substitutions prior to. Both sides looking to make a change. And they'll reverse the call. It looked like ultimately it came off of Luke Jolly for a corner for Syracuse. Instead, we got a goal kick coming up here. Forsyth will boot this one up and away. Nicely won back by Syracuse. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in over on that far sideline. Villafaña boots this one up. Tanner's there with a header. Cragen will let this one roll out of bounds, and Syracuse will have a throw-in over on that far sideline in the attacking third. Haven't been too many opportunities for Syracuse on this side of the field yet in this first half. See if they can keep some pressure in the attacking third. Headed away by the Darts. Out of bounds once more. Another throw-in coming up here for the visiting Titans. Substitutions getting ready here on the near sideline for Davis. Jolly doing a phenomenal job there defensively. Boots this one away. Viafania wins it back. Silos trying to bring it down. Cut out by the Titans. Here's Jacobs. Jacobs plays it out wide to Smith. Smith, nicely done by Cooper Harwood, who comes across with a defensive challenge, the slide tackle, and cuts that one out. A throw-in coming up for the visiting side here on the near sideline. Bricks Cragen to throw it in. Cragen. Ball back in play and away by Davis. Comes out to Viafania, tries to get it back out to Cragen. Giving chase here is Orton. And nicely done by Orton to shield that one off. From Lynn Cabbage. Up the sideline, Smith gets past Harwood. Smith cuts it back. Trying to find an opportunity to cut into the box. Still Smith. And it goes out of bounds, and now a corner kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Prior to substitutions for the home side. No, they'll hold off on him. No substitutions yet for Davis as Syracuse get ready to take the corner. Set piece opportunity here for the visiting Titans. Ball whipped into the box, cleared away, brought down by Viafania at the top of the 18. Trying to get it back out wide to Manning. The Davis starts back in possession. Have a chance here for a quick counter. And it goes out of bounds and out off of Silos. And Syracuse will have possession back. Now we'll have the substitutions here for the Davis starts. Looks like Grady Arnell checking in, as well as Titan Jensen in for the Davis starts. Coming off is going to be Silos for a breather, and Jared Lynn Cabbage. Heading here to the near sideline for a break. Throw in over on that far sideline. Jacobs brings it in for the Titans. Gets it back to Cragen. Cragen playing it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez with the through ball, trying to find in the direction of Easton Cragen. Instead, it comes back out to Gutierrez. Syracuse back in possession quickly. He'll go all the way back to Bricks Cragen. Wide to Smith. Nice step by Smith to win it back. Livermore gets it to Cason Smith. Cason Smith cuts inside into the box. Ball played through, but safely into the hands of Dallin Treasure off his line and collects. Good look there by the Davis starts. And now Davis quickly back in possession. Bricks Cragen steps up, intercepts, and wins it back for the Syracuse Titans. A whistle as Emery Smith is fouled. Ball back in play. Here's Caleb Hall. Cragen looking for support. Gets past one. Can't get past a second. Gutierrez wins it back. Takes it to the sideline. Now up the sideline. Gets past Jensen. Cuts it back. Supports himself with Viafania. Viafania will go all the way back to Bricks Cragen. Now here's Affleck, who goes out wide. Wyatt Affleck to Cragen. Cragen tries to float one through to Emery Smith, instead cleared away by Davis. Syracuse now holding a little bit more possession into the attacking third, but Davis trying to find a quick counter. Livermore goes to ground, a whistle, and a foul called. Foul and a free kick coming up here for the home side. Chance to whip the ball in here for Davis, create some chaos, and see if they can find the opening goal in this one. The ball whipped into the box, headed away by Orton. McKay Manning giving chase. Does a good job to keep that one in and boots it away. Affleck on the wing, trying to keep that one from going out of bounds. Davis recover possession. Nice step by Gutierrez, out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the home side. Ball into Titan Jensen. Out of bounds and out. Anderson to throw, plays it in quick, finds Livermore. Nice step by Orton, and Orton boots this one away. Ball will roll all the way back to Nick Forsyth. And that ball booted away. Davis trying to win possession back. They do with Passy. Passy will go all the way back to his goalkeeper in Nick Forsyth. Ball booted away. Syracuse trying to win the ball back. They do with Smith. Smith trying to get past Passy. And Passy doing a phenomenal job defensively. Clears this one away for Davis. Darts in possession here with Anderson. Playing it back to Titan Jensen. Jensen gets past two. And now up the sideline, Smith pokes it through, looking for Livermore, but Skylar Orton comes across and gets possession back here for the Syracuse Titans. Orton will boot this one up and away. Passy's there. Davis with possession. Out wide to Harwood. Harwood looks to boot this one up. Dallin Treasure off his line and collects. Leaves it short for Skylar Orton, who has time and space to bring it up for the Syracuse Titans. Gets it to Villafana. Back to Orton. To Treasure. Short to Orton. Orton pressured. Tries to get it back out up the sideline for McKay Manning. Instead, a throw-in coming up here for the home side. Luke Jolly over on the far sideline to throw it in. Ball back in play, Livermore goes to ground, and Orton will just let this one roll out of bounds. And now a goal kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Nice, closely contested battle here between the Titans and the Darts. 8:22 left to go in the first, still tied up at 0-0. Ball goes to Villafana. Villafana finds Cragen. Or excuse me, that's Affleck. Affleck gets it back to Gutierrez. Now Villafana. Up the sideline, here's Cragen. Cragen takes a heavy touch. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up once more for the Davis Darts. Throwing for Luke Jolly over on that far sideline as time winding down in the first half. Davis at the top of the region. Trying to maintain their control at the top. Syracuse trying to find a win to stay in the race. Ball comes out to the near sideline for Arnell. Arnell plays it back to Harwood. Harwood doing a good job there, getting past Gutierrez. Harwood still in possession up the sideline as Caleb Hall will give chase and will go all the way back to his goalkeeper in Treasure. Treasure boots this one away. Dallin Treasure, 3 shutouts on the year for the Syracuse Titans. Over on that far sideline, it's Affleck trying to get past Jolly into the box. And a heavy touch by Affleck out of bounds and out for the goal kick. It's a nice step over for Affleck to find a little bit more space over on that far sideline. Instead, takes a heavy touch. And now Forsyth can boot this one away for the Davis Starts. Ball booted away. And a whistle and a foul called against the Davis Starts. Syracuse here with the free kick. It'll be Skylar Orton to take for the visiting Titans. Ball booted away. Orton floats one into the box. Smith is there. Cragen is there. Forsyth off his line and collects. Nicely read by the senior goalkeeper, Nick Forsyth, coming up and denies the Syracuse opportunity. 5:30 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up. No goals yet. And Mateo Gutierrez called for the foul. Gutierrez there pulling a little bit too much of Smith. Gets whistled. Cragen to boot this one away. Comes down to Tanner, who just comes across to cut it out. Out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Syracuse Titans. Substitutions for both sides. Checking in for the Davis Starts, Ryder Goodyear. Checking in. Off comes, or checking in for Syracuse is Giovanni Fuentes. Gutierrez bringing this ball down in the middle of the park. Trying to get it back out wide to Affleck. Cut out by Jolly. Jolly up the sideline for Davis. Here comes the Darts on the attack with Anderson. Parker Anderson losing out possession. Ball booted away. Coming across with the header there is Ben Smith. Out of bounds. And a throw in for the Titans. Played in. Here comes Jacobs. Cragen. Cragen near the top of the 18, cuts it back, gets it on his left, trying to poke it through to Jacobs, and nicely cut out by the Davis Starts. Ball booted away. Arnell on the near sideline for Davis. Arnell tries to boot one in over the top. It'll come off of Hall, and now Hall plays it across to Orton. Villafana back to Hall. To Bricks Cragen on the near sideline. Up to Easton Cragen. Nice move there by Easton. Villafana, heavy touch. Ball will stay with the Syracuse Titans. Orton cuts it back. Gets it out wide to Cragen. Bricks Cragen. Up the sideline to Easton Cragen. Back to Bricks. Cuts inside. Through ball to Fuentes. Poked away there by Goodyear. And ball back with the Davis Starts. Booted away by the goalkeeper Forsyth. Arnell throws it in for the Davis Starts. Ben Smith pokes it through. Livermore on the end of it, but the offside flag is raised. It looked like for a second there, Kyle Livermore was in behind the defense off a nicely played through ball, but the offside flag is raised. It will not stand, and a free kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Skylar Orton to boot this one away. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the visiting Syracuse Titans. 1:45 left to go here before the halftime break. Still tied up at 0-0. We'll see if either one of these teams are able to find a last-second breakthrough prior to the halftime break. Jacobs. Affleck. Affleck tees it up from distance. Comes off of Tanner. Gutierrez now with the shot from distance. and can't put that one on frame. Gutierrez doing a good job collecting that one near the top of the 18. Doesn't hit it cleanly as it goes wide. And a goal kick taken quickly by the Davis Starts. Arnell here on the near sideline. Villafaña with a nice defensive effort. Nicely stepped by Ben Smith. Out of bounds and out. Syracuse throw in under a minute to play. It's Gutierrez. Out wide to Affleck. Crosses it into the box. Goes near post. Takes a deflection and safely into the hands of Nick Forsyth. Villafaña trying to cut that one out again. Syracuse quickly back in possession. The pressure from Syracuse here in the final seconds of the first half. Jacobs looking for support. Gets it back to Villafaña. Villafaña gets it to Cragen. Cragen plays it across to Gutierrez. Gutierrez will go out wide to Orton. Back in the middle for Mateo Gutierrez. Affleck goes out wide to Manning. Manning has a chance to cross it into the box. Gets it back to Affleck with 6, with 5. Affleck, the shot from distance. It goes just wide. As the buzzer to end the first half, Wyatt Affleck, the sophomore. Big opportunity for Syracuse to try to take a lead there at the end, but the shot from Affleck goes just wide. And with that, we head into the halftime break, all squared up at 0-0 here between the Syracuse Titans and the Davis Starts on Senior Night Region 1 boys basketball action. And it's brought to you by Tab Bank. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Alex Annapolis here on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. Second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Sports Network here on KSLSports.com. Alex Annapolis with you. Region 1 boys soccer underway as the Titans taking on the Darts here on Senior Night at Davis High School. It is all tied up at 0-0 as we get ready to start the second half. It is the Syracuse Titans in the white going to the right of your screen here in half number 2. And then the Davis Starts to the left in their maroon here in the second half. Moments away from getting the ball rolling again. And we are underway to start the second half. The Davis Starts trying to find a win tonight to maintain their control at the top of Region 1. The Syracuse Titans need a win to stay in that Region 1 title race. Ball goes out of bounds off of Jacobs. And a throw-in coming up here for the Davis Starts on the near sideline. Luke Jolly to throw it in. Jolly brought down by Silos. Ben Smith can't get past the defensive marks from the Syracuse Titans. Ball back here with the visitors. Gutierrez gets it back to Orton. Orton plays it out wide to Cragen. Now Affleck. Affleck will go all the way back to Caleb Hall. Hall plays it up to Jacobs. Jacobs on the near sideline for Manning. Goes back to Hall. Treasure will boot this one away. Tracked down by Jacobs. Now Fuentes gets on the end of it. Here comes the Titans. Ball played out wide to Affleck. Has options. Trying to get it back to Giovanni Fuentes. Nicely cut out by Tanner as Henry Tanner gets that one out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the visiting side. Bricks Cragen to throw it in. Cragen looking for options. Into the box to Jacobs. Passy comes across and makes the defensive challenge for the Davis Darts. Ball cleared away. Another throw-in coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Syracuse doing a good job there at the end of the first half, holding some continued pressure to create some opportunities. Now off to a good start here in the second half, looking to continue the way that they finished that first half. Ball will come all the way back to Orton. Now Livermore. Chance here for Davis to counter. Instead, Villafana comes across, makes the challenge, wins it back. Ball back to Villafana. Across to Hall. Here's Jacobs. Jacobs plays it out wide to Manning. Manning. McKay Manning losing out possession for the Syracuse Titans. And out Jolly to throw it in. Smith to Silos. Cason Smith goes to ground. Ball won back by the Titans. Here comes Fuentes. Livermore trying to make a challenge. Gio Fuentes keeps possession. Ball goes out wide to Bricks Cragen. Villafana to Orton. Nice step by Skylar Orton. And ball back out wide to Cragen. Has options. That's Affleck. Gets it into Easton Cragen. Ball poke through and safely into the hands of the Davis Dart goalkeeper. Harwood and Affleck battling out for possession over on that far sideline. Oh, goes out of bounds. Titans throw. He'll leave it for Bricks Cragen to throw it in. Up the sideline, Affleck into the box. Heavy touch as Passy's there to cut it out. Throw in over on the far sideline for the visiting Titans. 35-42 left to go here in the second half. Nicely cut out by Syracuse. Gutierrez now losing possession. Here comes Davis on a quick counter. It's Anderson. Nicely cut out by Caleb Hall. Ball goes out of bounds. A throw-in for the home side here on the near sideline. Jolly will throw it in for the Davis Darts. Cut out by Skylar Orton. And another throw-in coming up here for the home side. Luke Jolly to throw it in for Davis. Ball comes in. Nice turn by Silos. Cleared away by the Titans. Jolly back in possession. Goes back to Passy. A whistle and a foul called as Easton Cragen whistled for the foul. Free kick coming up here for the home side. Good chance for Livermore to whip one into the box. Set piece opportunity for Davis, trying to break the deadlock. All tied up at 0-0. Livermore will whip one in. Plays it near post. Cleared away by Syracuse. Livermore tracks it down, takes a touch. Villafana's there. Davis still in possession. Livermore into the box, taking the shot near post, straight at Dallin Treasure, who comes up with the save. Good look there by the Davis Darts. Nice link of play too as Livermore was into the box. And now Davis back on the attack with Smith. And it goes out of bounds. Smith trying to keep that one from going out of bounds over on that far sideline. And instead we'll have a goal kick here for the Syracuse Titans, taken short and quick to Skylar Orton. Affleck will go all the way back to Caleb Hall. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs, Fuentes, and a whistle and a foul called. This one against the home side. Syracuse coming up here with a free kick. Chance for the visitors to whip one into the box, create some chaos off a set piece opportunity. It'll be Wyatt Affleck standing over the ball to take for the Syracuse Titans, the sophomore. Everybody lined up near the top of the 18 as Affleck whips this one in, goes back post. Forsyth off his line, comes up and collects well. Nick Forsyth, the senior, using his experience there to come off and collect. And now Davis will try to quickly go the other way. Ball cut out by Affleck. Affleck on that far sideline, gets around one, plays it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to get it back out wide. Cut out by Kason Smith. Now up the sideline for Silos. Silos against Hall. Into the box. Ball whipped in. Anderson is there. The header can't redirect it on frame. And it goes over the bar and out. Parker Anderson inside the box. Got the head on it. Just couldn't keep it down. And it goes over and out. And a great opportunity for Davis missed. And it remains 0-0 with 31:26 left to go. Here comes an opportunity for Syracuse going down the other way. Smith goes to ground. And a whistle and a foul called. Passy called for the foul. Smith looked like he was in behind. And a physical challenge from Passy draws the whistle from the referee. Free kick coming up for the visiting Titans as Affleck standing over it to take. Good opportunity, set piece opportunity coming up here for Syracuse. Had one just moments ago where Forsyth did a phenomenal job coming off his line and collecting. Affleck, 3 on the wall for the Davis Starts. Yeah, finding a little too close to the wall. That's Fuentes too close to the wall there. Ball whipped in by Affleck, goes back post. The header flicked through, and it goes wide of the post. Good look for the Syracuse Titans there off the free kick. Able to get the header, just can't redirect it on frame. Goes wide, and now Forsyth, the senior, looking to boot this one away. Ball booted up and away. Passy will let this one go out of bounds. Throw in coming up for the Davis Starts. Luke Jolly to throw it in. Ball played in. Foul called against Skylar Orton. Used a little bit too much of his elbow there on the back of the Davis player. A foul. As Passy standing over it to take here for Davis. Ball floated in towards the top of the 18. Cleared away by Syracuse. Nice step by Harwood. Silos brings it down. Now booted away by Manning. Good look there by Davis. Manning does a good job defensively. This one goes all the way back to Forsyth. Forsyth boots this one away, only to find Cragen. Cragen brings it down for Syracuse. Against Harwood, cuts it to his right, takes the shot, deflected, and into the hands of Nick Forsyth. Good chance there by Syracuse off the mistake. In possession by the Davis Starts, but Davis doing a good job collapsing defensively quickly on Easton Cragen. Ball contested here in the middle of the park, won by Livermore. Livermore plays it up the near sideline to Jolly. Jolly cuts inside, gets past Villafana. Ball played into Smith. Smith with time and space. Ball through to Silos and cleared away by Bricks Cragen. Orton gets this ball out to Affleck. Affleck over the top. Emery Smith giving chase. Smith takes a touch into the box. Tanner is there. Forsyth off his line. And again, the senior goalkeeper reading the situation well. Off his line, collects, and clears the danger away for the Titans. Ball now the other way with Parker Anderson. Takes a heavy touch, cleared away by Orton. Takes a bounce, Passy. Will use his header to get it back to his goalkeeper in Forsyth. Quickly back to Passy. Passy boots this one up over the top. Bricks Cragen can't bring it in. A whistle and a foul called. This one against Lincavage. And a free kick coming up for the visiting Titan side. Again, the Syracuse Titans sitting at 7-7 overall in the season, 3-4 in region play. Need a win tonight to stay alive in the region title race. Currently tied for third coming into the action tonight. And for the Davis Stars, a phenomenal defensive record. Only 4 goals conceded so far this season in region play. 11 goals conceded overall. Very solid defensively, and they're showing it tonight. 0-0 as things stand. 26-14 left to go. Here comes the Titans with Fuentes. Fuentes looks to play one through to Smith. Smith into the box. Henry Tanner comes across. And that ball safely into the hands of Forsyth as Smith trying to cross it in. Nicely done and read by the senior goalkeeper. Ball booted away by Skylar Orton. Affleck with a heavy touch brings it down. Affleck turns. Another through ball, this time looking in the direction of Cragen. Passy does a phenomenal job covering there. Doesn't let Cragen get by. And Forsyth off his line collects. Jolly. Passy back to Jolly on the near sideline. Ball booted across to Harwood. Cooper Harwood gets past his man. Harwood with time and space gets it out wide. Back to Cooper Harwood. Harwood pokes one through into Livermore, who's in behind the defense. Can't put it on frame, but the offside flag is raised. Another big opportunity for the Davis Stars in behind the defense again from Livermore. But the offside flag raised. And with 24-45, still deadlock at 0-0. Cragen for the Titans. Trying to find Fuentes. It'll come out to McKay Manning. Manning floats one in, looking for Cragen. Cragen near the top of the 18, goes down, recoups, gets it out to Affleck. Affleck now into the box. Affleck on his left, takes the shot. Huge save by Nick Forsyth. Forsyth coming up again for the home side. Ball out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up over on that far sideline for the Davis Stars. Substitutions prior to, as it looks like Arnell checking back in, as well as Titan Jensen for the home side. Here's Syracuse in possession, plays it to Cragen. Nicely done by Jacobs to keep possession. Jacobs plays it out wide to Bricks Cragen. Cragen looking for options, gets it into Easton Cragen. Smith trying to turn. Nicely done by Davis to get possession back. Here comes the darts. Ball up the sideline to Parker Anderson. Anderson cuts inside, taking the shots, and huge defensive play there from Hall. Smith brings it down. Davis still on the attack. Ball back in, trying to find Cason Smith. Instead, cleared away by the Syracuse Titans. Arnell over on that far sideline. Titan Jensen. Ball comes into Giovanni Fuentes. Titans back in possession. Ball comes out to Villafaña. Harwood winning it back for Davis. Ball goes back to Tanner. Tanner boots this one over the top. Headed away. Dangerous header. Davis still on the attack. Brought down by Smith, and Villafaña's there. Recovers for the visiting side. Jolly trying to win possession back for Davis. He'll go all the way back to his goalkeeper in Nick Forsyth. Forsyth boots this one away. Ball comes down to Jacobs. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the home side. Titan Jensen will leave it for Jolly. Jensen gets it out to Parker Anderson. Anderson cuts inside into the box, goes to ground, the whistle, and a penalty. Parker Anderson cuts inside, baited Caleb Hall. Hall brings him down inside the box, and a penalty coming up here for the Davis Darts. Livermore will step up to the spot, and a chance here for the home side to break the deadlock and take a lead. Parker Anderson with the assist, draws the foul. And now Davis with a chance to take the lead. Livermore, 7 goals, 6 assists on the season, looking to make it 8 from the spot. From 12 yards out, Livermore against Treasure. Steps up, the shot, puts it into the back of the net. And the Davis Darts take a 1-0 lead. Livermore, goal number 8 on the season. And on senior night, Davis leads it. 21:15 left to go. Got to give a lot of credit there to Parker Anderson, setting up the play that draws the foul. And Livermore makes no mistake from 12 yards out. Davis leads it 1-0. Syracuse now will look for a response. Official heading over to that far sideline to talk a little bit with head coach Josh Kalamakia as we get possession roll, or as we get play rolling again here in the second half. Foul called against here the home side. Ball played quickly by the Syracuse Titans. Halfway through the second half, can the Syracuse Titans find a response? Ball played in and through, looking in the direction of Luke Taylor. And Manning was there, can't put that one on frame. It goes out of bounds and out. And a goal kick coming up here for the Davis Starts. Ball booted away by Nick Forsyth. One back in the middle of the park by Skylar Orton. Orton cuts back. Ball stolen away and a whistle and a foul called. Another free kick coming up for the Syracuse Titans. Ball into the box. Manning with the shot and cleared away. Free kick taken quickly. And it leads to a corner kick coming up here for the visiting side. It'll be the sophomore Wyatt Affleck to take. Set piece opportunity here for the Titans. Ball whipped into the box. Headed and cleared away. Orton out wide to Affleck. Affleck trying to get it to Cragen. Ball goes out of bounds and out, cleared away by Passy. Titans with a throw in here in the attacking third. Easton Cragen to throw it in. Into the box, headed away. And a shot from Jaden Montoya, as Montoya got too much under it there, puts it over the bar and out for the goal kick. Goal kick taken short. It's Henry Tanner to boot this one away. Jaden Montoya is there trying to win possession back. Does. Gets it to Taylor. And quickly won back by the Davis Starts. Ball booted up over the top. Orton's there with the header. Arnell brings it down. The whistle and a foul called. This one will go against the Titans. Free kick coming up for the home side. Henry Tanner will boot this one over the top, into the box, floated in, and it goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Davis Starts. Corner kick here for the home side. Set piece opportunity as they try to extend their 1-0 lead to 2. And take one step closer to a senior night win. 17-10 left to go. Everybody running late into the box. Now whipped in, goes back post. Cleared away by Syracuse. Kason Smith with the shot from distance. Goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Substitution for the visiting side. Checking in is Emery Smith and Mateo Gutierrez checking back in. Out goes Jaden Montoya and Luke Taylor. Quickly taken by the Titans over the top. Jolly will just poke this one out of bounds and out. McKay Manning to throw it in. Titan ball. And that one coming off the hands of Titan Jensen. A whistle, a late whistle, but a foul called as the Syracuse Titans here with a free kick in a dangerous spot. "15 minutes left to play here in the second half. Davis up 1-0 thanks to a penalty scored from Livermore. But now the Syracuse Titans trying to use A free kick here to tie things up. 3 standing over the ball to take. Mateo Gutierrez now walks away. Affleck and Cragen are there. The shot from Affleck goes up and over and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Davis Starts. And quickly down the other way, here comes Parker Anderson for Davis. Manning is there defensively. Now back with Anderson. Leaves it for Titan Jensen up the sideline. Jensen gets past Manning. Manning. No foul called. Play on, says the ref. Comes out to Jolly. Manning still down after the play. Passy in possession for Davis. Ball booted away by Villafana. Ball back with Syracuse as Smith looking to play it up the sideline. Instead, it goes out of bounds. It's McKay Manning. Ball booted up. Jolly to throw it in. Luke Jolly for the Davis Starts. Plays it over the top, looking for Titan Jensen. Orton comes across with the header as it goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. 13:35 is all that's left here on senior night. The Davis Starts lead it 1-0. Substitution for the visiting side as McKay Manning heading to the bench for a breather, checking into the game. I believe that's number 15, Zach Hansen. Titan Jensen for the Darts. Into the box, Smith didn't hit it cleanly, cleared away by the Titans. Cragen gets it through to Smith. Smith lets that one roll, and one back by Jolly. Jolly boots it over the top, headed away by Easton Cragen. Or excuse me, that was Briggs Cragen. Yeah, Fanga bringing it down. Easton Cragen there with the header, trying to win it back for the Syracuse Titans. Heavy touch. Briggs Cragen over the top. Easton Cragen giving chase. Defended by Henry Tanner. Into the box. Tanner's there. Clears this one away. Substitution coming up for the visiting Titans as Gio Fuentes back into the game. Emery Smith checking off. Throwing for Syracuse over on that far sideline. Briggs Cragen to throw it in. Headed there by Fuentes. And it goes out of bounds and out. Opportunity here for Davis to recollect. And watch some of that time tick away on that clock. Ball booted away by Passy. Orton comes across, wins it back for Syracuse. Orton in possession. Cuts back, cuts inside, now back out to the sideline. Orton up the sideline. Can't get past 2. One back by Davis. Kason Smith plays it across to Harwood. Harwood back towards the middle of the park for Smith. Defended by Gutierrez. In the middle now for Titan Jensen. Jensen plays it across to Jolly. Jolly defended by Jacobs. Up the sideline looking for Anderson. That one will go out of bounds and out. A turnover here for the Davis Starts. Ball will go back to the Syracuse Titans. Throw in for Zach Hansen. here on the near sideline. Hansen will play it in. One back by Davis. Livermore, the goal scorer, comes up with possession. Stolen away. Here comes Fuentes. Gutierrez will go back to Hall. This is Orton. Orton boots one in over the top. Cooper Harwood was there with the header. One back by Gutierrez. Goes out wide to Bricks Cragen. In the middle now for Easton Cragen. Easton Cragen, ball filtered through, looking for Jacobs. Nicely cut out by the Davis Starts. Ball booted away. Here comes Orton. Orton trying to get the ball back out wide. Intercepted and stolen by the Darts. Quickly won back by Syracuse. That ball goes out of bounds and out off the heavy pass. And a throw-in coming up for the home side. Checking into the game, this is number 2, Jared Linkavage for the home side. Also checking in, substitution for the Titans as Sam Perez into the game. Ball booted over the top. Goes back to Dallin Treasure, who boots this one up and away. Jolly with the heavy touch, out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Time running out for Syracuse, 8:36 left to go. Ball played in, cleared away by Passy. Ball booted away. Giving chase here is Sam Perez. And Perez gets his first touch of the night. Ball booted away by Treasure. Brought in by Fuentes in the middle of the park. Goes back, supports himself with Cragen. Cragen boots it over the top. Easton Cragen giving chase. In now towards Skylar Orton. Ball in for Fuentes. Nicely cut out by Kaysen Smith. Davis trying to break quickly off a counter. Nice pressure there by Villafana trying to win the ball back. A whistle and a foul called. This one goes against the Davis Darts. 7:30 left to go. Free kick taken quickly, and now here's Syracuse with Easton Cragen. Cragen gets past one, into the box, takes the deflection, and safely into the hands of Nick Forsyth. The shot from Cragen took an awkward deflection inside the box. It looked like for a second there, Tate Jacobs might be able to pounce on the end of that one, but instead safely into the hands of the senior goalkeeper and booted away. Takes a bounce, giving chase. Miscommunication! Caleb Hall has to come across and clear this one away. Dallin Treasure off his line. As Hall headed it back to his goalkeeper, but his goalkeeper was already coming out for it. Dangerous opportunity there. And nicely recovered by the Titans. Jolly to throw it in for Davis. Into the box, Silos. Can't get to it, headed away by Jacobs. A corner kick coming up here for the home side. Prior to substitutions. No, they'll call them off. There was a substitution getting ready here for the home side. Instead, we'll have a corner kick coming up for the Davis Starts. Set piece opportunity. As Davis looking to extend their lead to 2 and put this one away. Ball whipped in, back post. No one there on the end of it. It'll go out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Substitution now here for the Darts as Parker Anderson checking in. Off comes Arnell for Davis. Ball back in play, 5 minutes left to go here at Davis High. Davis still in the lead. Syracuse looking for their response. Trying to cross that one in, takes a deflection off of Tanner, and then Passy comes across, cuts it out, and clears this one away. Throw-in coming up for the Titans over on that far sideline. Last match between these two sides also ended in a 1-0 result for the Davis Darts. This one a shot from distance, takes a deflection off of Smith. And now here comes Anderson on the end of it. Villafana came across, took a deflection, and now a throw-in coming up for the home side. Stoppage in play as we'll allow Ryder Goodyear to check in for Davis. And now ball back in play. Comes out to Gutierrez. Mateo Gutierrez plays it out wide to Briggs Cragen. It's Affleck. Up the sideline, cut out, and now whipped into the box, takes a deflection, cleared away only momentarily. Oh, it looks like we have a whistle and a foul called. A foul and a free kick coming up here for the Syracuse Titans. Just outside the 18. Huge opportunity to try to find the equalizer here off the set piece. Forsyth setting up his wall at his near post. Every single Titan but one in the box. The cross whipped in, back post, back into the mix. Ball with the shot, and it goes over the bar and out via Fanya. Good look there from Andrik Villafana, the senior. Can't put it on frame. It goes over the bar and out, and a huge opportunity missed by the Syracuse Titans. Villafana there with the header. A whistle as Affleck is called for the foul. Davis here, happy to watch the clock wind down. Passy to take the free kick. Every single Davis Dart player on their feet off the bench. Anderson was there, cleared away, and a corner kick coming up for the Davis Darts. No more opportunities here for the home side to just watch the clock wind down. We'll have a stoppage in play with 2:08 left to go. As it looks like a Davis Dart is down after the play. Back on his feet there is Parker Anderson. Corner kick coming up for the home side. 2:08 left to go. Everybody lined up at the back post. Ball whipped in, goes back post. And it goes out of bounds, and now a goal kick coming up here for the visiting Titans. Under 2 minutes left to go. Could be one of the final opportunities here for Syracuse in this one. Fuentes out to Cragen. Cut out by Kason Smith. Affleck battling it out. A whistle and a foul called. Free kick coming up for the Syracuse Titans. Taken quickly. Affleck over on that far sideline. Gets past one. Affleck still on the ball. Goes to ground. The whistle, a foul, and a stoppage in play. Yellow card caution issued here to the Davis Darts. Trying to see who that yellow card was issued. It looks like that was number 2, Lynn Cabbage, who goes into the book. 1:22 left to go. Ball whipped in. Into the box. The header cleared away. And a whistle and a foul called. We'll have another stoppage in play here. Yellow card will come out to number 25, Skylar Orton, for the Syracuse Titans. $1:17 left to go. Free kick here for the home side. Ball booted away. And across is Caleb Hall for the header. Ball goes out of bounds. Syracuse ball. 59 seconds left. Fuentes trying to bring that one in. One back by Davis. Ball booted up over the top. Silos giving chase. One back by the Titans with 39 seconds left. Ball booted away by Caleb Hall. One back quickly by the Darts. Here comes Harwood. Harwood looking to poke one through. Takes a deflection into the box. Harwood crosses it in, takes a deflection, and down goes Davis. No whistle. 17 seconds left. And a throw-in coming up here for the Davis Darts. Ball played in. Headed away by Perez. This is Smith with 2, with 1, the whistle, the buzzer, and that'll do it. Here on senior night, the Davis Darts victorious. A penalty from Livermore makes the difference. As you can see, the Darts on the field celebrating their win, sending out their seniors in the final home game with the win. With this win, a 1-0 win, again thanks to a goal from Livermore, Davis are the guaranteed to share the Region 1 title. Handshakes here at the center circle all around. Hardly fought contest by the Syracuse Titans. Did a good job defensively. And just the one play from Hall earned the penalty. And that's the difference tonight. We'll keep it here just for a little bit as the Davis Darts will be presented the Region Trophy.
We thank Syracuse tonight for being here. At this time, we would like to share what we know is
all the seniors and everybody meeting up here at the 40-yard line as they'll get together to hold up the Region 1 title trophy. Region 1 title guaranteed to be shared by the Davis Darts. What a way to end senior night here at Davis High. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. This game brought to you by Tab Bank. Tab Bank, proud sponsor of the Rewind Sports Network. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. I'm Alex Napoles. Big shout out to Vince Francis on the camera. And from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time here on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.